now, and I hope it's doing that back and forth thing today. That was pretty cool.
What is up, everybody? Dude Comedy Podcast episode. Honestly, who gives a fuck? We're just here to fucking talk and say, how good can you say the F word? Fuck.
Well, it depends. I feel like the best.
What the fuck?
I feel like the best F word comes from when you're like in some sort of sports thing and you're like, and you do something wrong, like double clutch a nice layup and then you miss it. You're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Your best ones come from gaming. You drop that one, you get the table slam. That's my
and I fucking scramble everything on the table. I don't think I've played Call of Duty since the last podcast, but Halloween was yesterday. I'm going to Mexico tomorrow for a week. So, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it next week. I might be able to, actually, if the Wi-Fi is good, but it's fucking Mexico. Everything sucks but the weather.
Yeah, well, hey, but speaking of that, I got to do something real quick for us.
Oh,
support for Dude Comedy comes from Manscaped. Manscaped is #1 men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineering tools for your family jewels. Already off to a hot start there. Kyle has pretty funny stories about when he's cut his ball hair sharing. He's already shared them before. And that is why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer, their Lawnmower 2.0, which has a proprietary skin-safe technology so the trimmer won't snag your nuts. Proprietary, dude.
Is that it?
Means that manscaping accidents are a thing of the past. Get 20% off plus free shipping with code DudeComedy at manscaped.com. Always use the right tools for the jobs. Your balls will thank you. So get 20% off and free shipping with code DudeComedy at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code DudeComedy. Let me spell it out for you. DUDECOMEDY. Thank you, Manscaped,
Shave your
for
dick
supporting
the
show.
right way.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
So River's already telling this new girl that he loves her.
It's been a week. That's the hottest comments right now is everyone's asking about River's girl.
Really?
Girl. Yeah.
So either he has his headphones on or he's just that pissed off he doesn't want to respond to it. River, is this true? He must have his music going. River, is this true? Thumbs up? Thumbs up? He said it's true. He does currently say love you to his new girlfriend.
Busted. Hey, so back to Mexico. Where are you staying?
What?
Where are you going in Mexico?
You got the new ones. He's got the new pods.
Oh, show off, dude. Multi-million-dollar pod thing. Hey, okay, I want to get to Mexico, but I got to talk to you about something first.
Well, let me pronounce this name for the Mexico spot first.
Oh, okay. You do that first.
It's fucking Ziahata Tenejo.
Well, what's it close to?
I'm dying.
I want to look up the crime rate.
Let's check it out right now. Here, let me send it to you on Skype.
Okay. Well, so funny story on one of our really good friends, Andy, his dad, remarried a very nice lady, literally one of the nicest ladies I've ever met. And she's from Sonora, Mexico, which, if you're not like a Netflix or real, like new, like if you don't pay attention to like weird, like, what are they called?
Man, what's up with that family and the foreigners?
Yeah, who knows? But if you don't like pay attention to like those crime shows and stuff, like you wouldn't know this. But then one day I was sitting there watching Drug Lords on Netflix, and this whole thing is about the Sonora cartel, which is El Chapo. So I started looking it up. It's like she's from, but like that's like where they're like. It's so the last couple of weeks when they caught El Chapo's son, and then they all rushed and were shooting up random people. That was like their hometown. Like Andy's dad has a house like in that stretch.
That's why it's just so weird because it's not like, hey, you're a fucking tourist. Like you're basically good. But check out, I just sent it in Skype. See,
how do you say that?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
people are like, where are you going?
It is ZIHUATANEJO.
Yeah, see if I'm dying. Because the thing is, we're going with a girl who is very, very, very blonde. And the Hispanics love the blondes. Like my sister.
It's a resort city on Mexico's Pacific coast, northwest of Paco. It is known for its beaches. It is backed by palm trees. It has wonderful seafood and winding lanes. It has marine life such as dolphins and sea turtles.
Love me a good fucking sea turtle.
It's frequented by tourists and therefore is relatively safe, but the Mexican state has a reputation of having more crime and violence than other states of Mexico. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Okay, let me type in strip clubs or crime first. Crime rate.
Just crime. I don't care what fucking strip.
I'm just kidding. You are on a.
Come on.
Hold on, it's reloading. No, come on, fuck you, TripAdvisor.
So the Spanish and blondes, like, so Yakima is a pretty, like, predominantly Hispanic place in Washington. My sister went to the mall there, and it's been on multiple times where a Hispanic person has walked by her and just touched her hair because it's like blonde. Apparently, is like good luck or something. What's up? What kind of numbers are you seeing?
You're looking at a level 2 exercise increased caution state as of April 9th of 2019. Level 4 is do not travel. Level 3 is reconsider travel. 2 is increased caution. 1 is normal.
So to compare, what is Cabo right now? I bet you Cabo is at least a 2.
Yeah, I can check Cabo. Hold on, it's right here. Cabo is. Whoa, the one right above Cabo is a 4. Due to gang violence.
Oh shit.
Cabo is a 2.
Okay, so same thing as Cabo.
Mexico City is a 2. But the thing is like
we're like right next to Mexico City, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it looks like on here. The thing is it's like, I know this is a stupid argument, but you could say that for coming to Washington, it's a 2. But if you go to, I don't know, the South Center Mall on a Friday night at 2, like the odds are you're gonna get in, like there's bad people there.
Yeah.
Rated like the worst city, crime to Kappa. How do you say it?
Yeah, if you're not out till like 3 a.m. with all the fucking hoodlums, you're good to go.
But I just
wonder. My big question: I wonder if my plane's gonna go down.
Is it a small one?
I hope not. Wouldn't that be like? That'd be fucking crazy. Like, what do you even do in that situation? You're like, well, we're dead. We're fucked. Hopefully the guy can land this. Like, it's just like you just always have to have that like percentage in your mind. Like what is like the overall percent is probably like 0.0000.
Want me to look?
Yeah, but it's got to be some fucking astronomically small number. But you're still thinking about it.
It's 1 in 5.4 million. But this one says that an economic.
But it could be the 1.
But this one says that the odds are actually probably closer to 1 in 11 million. To put that in perspective, you are far more likely to get struck by lightning or attacked by a shark. I fucking hate that. I hate that. Because you know what? I have I shouldn't say 0, but I have a 0.99999% chance of not getting attacked by a shark. Because I'm not going in that fucking water.
Yeah, it's such a fucking terrible statistic. Like, okay, I don't like the ocean. I'm never going to fucking swim in the ocean. So my chance is literally 0. So
and then Utah has crazy lightning storms. Whereas like here, we don't see lightning as much in Washington. So like, I'm assuming the odds of me living in just here are less. Anyway, yeah. So that's just crazy. My dad has been on one flight out of his thousands of flights where he thought he like, got off airplane mode and was like, I got to make, like, we're going down. It was like from Atlanta to a smaller airport, and something went out on like the left side, and like you could see smoke and stuff. And he was like, we're going down.
But even like that shit happens all the time, which is crazy. Like a whole, your engine can completely go out. That's why they have multiple engines on them. So
they circled the airport like 20 whatever, a bunch of times to like get as much fuel out as they could, until they had to like emergency like dive bomb land. And it's one of the ones he said when it landed, everything like fell out and stuff.
Oh shit! Yeah.
But but
he survived.
And he's gone on flights for 15 more years since then. He said I was 15 at the time, so he's been on 15 years. Yeah. Hey, by the way, no one on the podcast wished me happy birthday. Fuck you guys.
Hey, my birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I bet you no listening.
Man, I got something that's been on my chest. This fucking dude, we've been playing pickup basketball, and everybody's cool there, but this one fucking guy. There's just this one fucking dude who actually he shows up with the best dude that plays. He shows up with him.
Mm-hmm.
So he tries to play like just as good as that guy. But like you're a fucking asshole if you're a ball hog for a pickup game.
Oh,
if you're a ball hog for a fucking pickup game of basketball that doesn't matter, like you're a fucking asshole. And then he doesn't play defense. I tried like, I'm always like kind of like joking around with people. I tried joking around with him a little bit. Like they play music and stuff. And so I'm like, play some Tim McGraw. And like he thought I was dead fucking serious, And then so you play basketball with me. Like I never call fouls unless it's an actual real foul. Most of the time
it affects the actual play, yeah.
Yeah, most of the time people call fouls for me because I don't call them. But so it's kind of cool they play these games. There's a like timer and shit. And it was coming down to the wire and they were pushing on like a pretty good comeback. When you like dribble past somebody and they try to like do the reach around thing?
Yeah.
Well, this dude blasted my hand or like my arm, and I'm like foul, and they're kind of like, oh yeah, come on. I'm like dude, we've played enough where I don't call the bullshit fouls. He blasted my arm, turned it over. I'm gonna call a foul. And this dude me and him were guarding each other, and he goes to one of the really good guy, who the good guy's cool, and he likes me. He's like, that's a country music ass foul, and like trying to get like a fucking laugh out of something, and I'm like, I really fucking hate this guy right now. Like, because me and Jared talk about him all the time because he just he'll shoot 8 times in a row and airball 3 of them, but just keeps fucking shooting, and then he doesn't play defense. So when you're on his team, it's even more annoying because he shoots, doesn't play defense, and it's just fucking irritating. So we played this full game, and then we played some people wanted to still play, so we just played a quick 1 to 15.
Like when it was over?
Yeah. So we played a quick 1 to 15, and I was towards the end of the game, and I was playing help defense, and I just he was going up to the left side of the rim, and I just came far from off my guy and just fucking swatted him like volleyball spiked the ball like into the wall and stuff, and I had to give him like everybody was like, oh, and he's like, who cares? I don't care. Like just being super fucking gay.
So when you play those games, it's the second game was just like no one's subbing or anything. It was just like actual.
It's just first to 15 like you would do at like a normal rec center. So I swatted the fuck out of him. He's just like, okay, like you could tell he was just super embarrassed. I don't know if he thinks I'm just like an old guy, but I mean usually when you go play somewhere and then you show that you're.
Well, it doesn't matter. We got the ball back.
That's exactly what he said. He's like, it don't matter. I don't care. And then right when they check in, he go, give me the ball, trying to like
Dude,
make a play and
people
shit.
Like that.
But that's the only dude that's like that. It just, it pisses
me off. But it ruins the whole game. Yeah,
so they actually ended up. We were smashing them in the tying game, and then they actually ended up coming back and winning on a. So there are buzzer beaters and stuff. So they won on a fucking buzzer beater. And so it's like I couldn't really like talk shit about anything, but like towards the end of their game, like they were playing super hard defense that wasn't actual defense. They're pretty much fouling every single play and shit.
Yeah, to run it.
Like a lot of times, like I was talking to Jared, I'm like when we lose or something in flag football, like it fucking eats at me. But like when we lose in a pickup game of basketball, like I usually don't give a fuck. But when somebody's sitting there like thinking he just thinks he's so fucking good. One, because he hangs out with the guy who's actually good. Like the best guy, he doesn't sit there and just shoot every time. He actually gets other people involved and plays
like what Cam does.
Plays a pickup game of basketball. Unlike this guy is trying to score 40 points a game when nobody gives a fuck. They're like, well, I'm here because I want to, at least get a couple shots in, bud.
Well, that's like like when we play with Cam, if Cam wanted to, he could go shoot on 90% of the possessions. And most of the time, it will be a better shot than we would get from anybody else on our team. But that's not fun for everyone else.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And it's not fun for Cam
pickup game of basketball. It doesn't even mean anything. It's not even like a fucking league,
Yeah, exactly. Well, we had a guy at Central. Remember Maurice, whatever Mo? He would do that in the rec center, and like the big thing from him was when he went. They got he got a
lefty dude.
Yeah, and he got a tryout.
He got shot, right?
No. That is
Who's that?
Dude, that's Jamar. That's funny. That's funny you bring
Jamar.
him up because I just was thinking about him the other day for some reason.
Is he still alive?
I hope so. Jamar, that dude was funny. But so this Mo dude, he was like, it was the story that you like rooted for, because all of us that would play in the rec center, he got like to go try out for the men's basketball team, you know, like 5 dudes they picked. And, you know, he was one of the 5 and he got to go run and like try out and whatnot. And he made it to like the practice squad to like make Central's team. And then when he ended up not making the final team, he came back to the rec center like he was fucking Michael Jordan.
Oh God.
He would like do the stuff that you hate where he would show up and be like, I got next. It's like, dude, there's 7 people, you know? And then he would just like walk in and then no one would like tell him. And then he would like, if a 3-pointer got hit like from the other side, he would always be like, go get back. Let's get it back. Get it back. And he would just crank a 3.
Yeah, then not play defense. That's what this dude would do. He was on our team and he'd be like yelling at us or not necessarily me, but he'd shoot and miss and then fucking get on his team for about defense, you know, and we're like, dude, you're not playing defense. And the thing is, it's not like that. Like, everybody's cool, everybody gets along, but it's just one fucking guy.
Which sucks.
Well,
one guy could ruin a pickup basketball game. That's
me and Jared every time we're like, actually, so T was there, and we were up by like 25, and that dude was just coming down. I mean, he's not like a big dude, or he's like, he's probably about like my size, you know, a little bit like long, like skinnier, and so he would just be like they had 2 dudes on their team that anytime they touch the ball, they just crank it up. Him and some other guy, and T literally just fucking gets one of these and tapped in a dude that was on the sideline and just left.
Yeah.
And then I forgot to tell him that, hey, your team actually came back and won. But it's like, but it's not. That's what makes it not fun. It's like, I don't want to sit there. Like, we're here to fucking run around. Everybody gets their shots. It's a goddamn pickup game of basketball. Like, you're not. Sorry, you're probably not playing anywhere, and that's why you're here. You're not making any team. This isn't a tryout. You don't got to show off.
We had a dude that at our church thing. His nickname was literally Crank, and he would do that. And there was like a 16-year-old kid who came with his dad one game, and we had 4-on-4 with a couple of subs. Like, it was pretty, you know, we'd play pretty hard, and I'm sure you've played in like a Mormon church. They have that curtain, you know, that separates the basketball court from like the actual church.
Yeah.
And so this 16-year-old kid gets like a mini fast break. It was like a 2-on-1, nothing like too crazy. And Crank is like a pretty big guy and he sucks, but he thinks he's good. And anyway, he like almost tries to LeBron style block this thing. But the 16-year-old kid is like, doesn't really elevate for the layup, you know, because he doesn't really care. He's just kind of like shooting it quick.
Yeah.
And this dude like tried to LeBron style plan his jump and like pin this thing. But since the kid didn't jump, Crank just fucking blasts this kid so hard that like he hits the curtain, and he hits the curtain so hard that, and then Crank like keeps going and is like here, you know. So the kid hits the curtain and bounces back, but Crank's like a big dude. He's like 215, 220. He hits the kid again into the curtain again, and that time he hits his like head. And the dude's dad was like, he grabbed the Crank dude like by his shirt like this and was like trying to help his kid up at the same time.
Oh shit!
He was like, but they're, you know, no one was swearing, but he's just like, "Are you serious? Are you serious right now?"
The Mormons, man, they can be aggressive though.
Dude, it was
like a lot of the Mormon guys I knew, like, you know, it would be weird because they like, darn it, you do it again. They don't start swearing until they're like 25. So it's always uncomfortable. But like, they're all wild cards, man. Pretty much almost every Mormon like kid I just like grew up with, which I wasn't always like the best role model or anything, or like the person to be hanging around. But like, they were all just like fucking wild cards. And then I would hear that they say, "Oh, I got church." I'm like, God damn, like, what the fuck are they teaching you? You know?
It was just so good. That, and it ruined like the next week. I think me, my dad, and my brother were like, "Nah, let's take a week off. Like, I don't want that guy to show up and the other guy to show up and be there when they're like, dude, I'm so sorry."
Did Crank say sorry and try to like justify it?
He like did, but it was like he was more embarrassed, I think, and like, oh shit, like I definitely shouldn't have done that. But like, so Crank and my brother Jake, Jake's probably like not the best out of the 3 of us in basketball, but he's the one that was like, dude, come on, man, it's pickup, like, to the guy who was He like shoots from right here too, like one of those guys. Oh, I fucking hate that guy.
Like fucking.
Dude, now I realize how much Yeah. His shot was like Sean Marion style too.
Yeah, I saw Dre at the other day pick up. What was I gonna say? Oh, the dudes. So they came back again yesterday. The guys that come to my house every single Halloween.
Yeah.
They showed up again. There's 3 of them this year.
Tell the people.
I think I've told it, but every single year, I think this was the 5th year straight. These dudes have fucking shown up to my house on Halloween, which is actually kind of smart because it's like the one time you could just walk up to somebody's house. But 5 years straight, there was just 1 year we forgot to take a picture, so we have all the pictures of the 4. But it's kind of interesting. I give them all like last year I was spilling the whole like Beersy idea to them, and it's kind of cool because it blew up now. And then actually I got a new business idea. I haven't told Colby about. I got to be having motherfuckers signing NDAs and shit.
You didn't even tell me about it?
Nope. I told them. I said, we have it all on my ring cam. Here's the NDA. You're agreeing to it. But it's actually, I think it's a really fucking good idea.
Product-based, service-based, or?
Service-based.
Okay.
So.
Well, you don't have to tell me now. You can wait until after the thing.
Yeah, no, service. What are you shaking? Oh, I'm not saying it because I actually I'm going to tell it to Colby once we're done with the podcast. But I can't believe I hadn't told you. We've hung out a handful of times. But
well, the last thing you told me involved your vehicles.
Yeah. So no, not that. I actually let some people let a guy take my Razor on a rental ride, which I've been talking about doing like the rides for a while. But now I'm thinking that I can rent them out, but also let people, I want to take people on rides. It would be so much funner if you could ride your own machine, or not your own machine, but rent a machine, instead of just saying like, hey, you can sit passenger. Like that's not really fun for somebody to just sit passenger. So,
well, if you had the property, dude, it'd be legit. You could just have people.
There's lots of property you can just publicly ride on. So I did a little practice run of that, and it went pretty well. He broke a couple things, but he paid for them. So, but yeah, I'll tell you. I don't even want to spill any types of beans because I think I'm actually going to try to figure out how to go for it.
Whoop whoop. Yeah, I had people asking me what happened with the restock. I was like, it was kind of a joke, but I had like 6 different people. I mentioned it like as a joke on the last episode. I was going to do that
restock like you haven't restocked.
Well, yeah, but I was going to do that video on Instagram where I just like brought all the boxes in and was like, we're restocked.
Well, you're not out of stock on anything, are you?
No, I have 100 and I've just reordered my next batch of stuff, which is, so it's, I can just, I'm an open book here. It's 500. So of the tubs, which is nice. Then I'm taking what would be 500 of the tubs, and then the company mixes it and everything that does the tubs, but instead of putting it in tubs, they put it in like a big drum, seal the drum, drive it like 40 miles to another place in Utah, which then stick packs it into these right here. And then I'll have it's more than, it's like, I think it's like 13 to 15,000 sticks is the equivalent of 500 tubs. And I'm going to probably do 25. Instead of doing it in a box, though, like we did with Respawn, I'm going to do it in a bag. A little bit.
Yeah, like a pack inside a pack.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than this, the bag. It's about maybe 3 inches longer here, and it has a zipper on the top so people can throw it in whatever.
I think that's the way to go, just because it's more portable. You can sell it, and you don't have to sell it in $30 packages.
Yeah, and I can do 5
some people
packs.
On the podcast. I mean, money's money. Money could be tight. You're like, well, I don't want to just try it for $30. Now they can, like, you should do a 1-pack. It'll cost a little bit more, but you get it in people's hands to try it.
Yeah, and then the last 500 is gonna stay sealed on the side. They're gonna put my 3 flavoring requests on some of those, as well as we're gonna add this product right here. It's called Dynamine.
Dynamite, huh?
DYNA mine. Dynamine. This shit is like a legit like Adderall. It's like just it's like a root. It's pretty expensive. So like it's gonna make it like $2 more per like tub. So I need to really make sure that like people actually want supercharged, because if I put it in there and then it like people don't want the extra energy, it's like, well, fuck, I can't like unload this one as much because it's going to be like a bang. It's going to be like a 300 milligram, get people going and like, fuck.
Blah, blah.
But yeah, I think the stick packs will be sick. Also because it's tough to do the comparison. We talked about this where it's like, I don't want to be compared to C4, but when you go price point and product, it's like, oh, look, this is like 32 to 32 bucks. But like, if I had a stick pack, I could be like, hey, this is your Red Bull you're paying $3 for. This is the same amount of energy, but it's better for you for $1. It's like now I can compare and create marketing around those and whatnot. It's fucking tight though.
Well, y'all, if you're still committed to this podcast, you haven't tried his shit, fuck you. He'll have a stick pack for you.
Yeah, that should be in like, I think it's like 4 to 6 weeks. Which isn't the worst turnaround time.
Yeah.
There's something else dude, not trick-or-treating. That was cool. We did that yesterday. There's something I was going to bring up.
Vicky.
No, you can do that. But before that, this can all lead together. So have you been paying attention at all about Deadspin?
A little bit, seeing it like trending on Twitter about telling them that they can only post sports shit or something.
Yeah, so here's the too long, didn't read summary in 30 seconds. So Deadspin, super popular sports blog years ago. They developed more of like a different type of niche where they would like be the politically correct, pretty much the opposite of Dave Portnoy Barstool. And they would like take a sports topic, but then like call Antonio Brown a scumbag and call this guy that, like, so they kind of took that approach to it. Blah, blah, blah. Long story short is Dave Portnoy, they always would go after Barstool. That's how I started paying more attention to Deadspin. Because I would like, oh, how are they gonna attack him now? So like when Dave made a girl employee cry, they were like, Barstool Sports owner makes girl cry, like this is sports media. Anyway, Deadspin was making $0, bankrupt company. They got bought by another company to try and bring it back up. And when they did that, they were like, hey, we need to make money on this. So they put autoplay ads on the bottom of their site to get revenue. And the Deadspin reviewers, who were like the last people left, were like the diehards. And they were like, fuck you guys selling out, putting these ads on there. And they were like, well, if you have a problem with it, email our CEO and like this guy and complain. So they were like telling them to go complain about this advertiser who paid money to try and that pays their bills. Like the writers were telling people to go complain. Anyway, so that's the first thing. And then they were like, no, stick to sports. Like that's what the website should be. We have other websites for other stuff. And the editor was like, nah, I'm a journalist. Fuck this. I ain't sticking to sports. So they fired him. And everyone's like, oh, why is he fired? No. So then all these other journalists and blue checkmark people were like, that's not fair. He got fired for just, it's journalism. So then like the other Deadspin staff all slowly quit and whatnot. And Dave, who from Barstool has been waiting for them to fail for forever, is just like they're laughing. But when you take a step back, the editor got fired for not doing his job when he was told what to do. And then these people all quit in like support. But the thing that they were mad about was paying their paychecks. And the final thing is that it came out that they did this deal with like a company for $1 million to get 43 million impressions across the board, which is why I made that tweet. I was like, 43 million impressions? That doesn't seem like that much. I pulled up our site. In 1 year, we had 158 million.
We used to do 30 million impressions or 30 million visitors a month. And that's way more impressions.
Yeah. And I was just like, so I posted it on Twitter and I was like, holy shit, dude.
Because they're like the people that were like with Gawker, right? And then they shut down Gawker and kept Deadspin. It's just like, how the fuck do you get, like we ran a site and everything. We never had anybody like Big Dog try to like holler at us or anything. Like I was just curious how like sites fucking go from just like a couple dudes doing it to just so fucking massive that
we watched Lad Bible
their dick
kill
and
themselves,
slob.
Remember? You sent us a thing, or you
Bro
sent
Bible?
No, well, they did it too. But remember when like Unilad and then like posted their new staff picture, and you were like, "What the fuck?" How?
Oh yeah.
You said the same thing.
But then they were fucked for a little bit. But now with Facebook monetization, which we just got on, like I think they're absolutely just killing. Dude, they got to be making at least $10 million a month.
Oh, Unilad, they still get a lot of views.
Oh yeah, I mean, even just like we're making good money with a few hundred views on a video, but they're like, they'll bang something out that's like 100 million with ad on it, and it's like Jesus Christ, like that had to have just made 3 million from that one video,
Yeah, that's crazy, and that they're probably considered a premium publisher, getting all those views.
Oh yeah, they got the inside lane and everything.
Sometimes the inside lane ain't the best lane, especially in the 4x4. You got to shoot around there and use that wind tunnel. Get that first place.
The real question is the Pepsi knockoff Beersy. Do we call it penis, or is that too many penises?
No, I think you don't do penis. Let me look at. Let me think of a good parody. I'm gonna look at a Pepsi.
Well, I think we thought tipsy.
Tipsy.
That's right, CJ. The club tonight. It's hard. There's just not that many.
Are you doing like the Pepsi 3-color type thing? Or are you just writing?
Yeah, it's against their trademark and shit. But I mean, penis would be funny, but everybody has peanut. All of them have to do with wieners and shit.
These ones are all sexy. So the Pepsi says sexy.
Yeah.
That's dumb though.
We did think like putting Beersy with the I at the end, but then it's like people don't really feel that. I just don't know what to do.
Dude, this is funny. Instead of Diet Coke, someone wrote Diet Joke. Well, you need something. You need something. Penis would look funny.
I know, but some people that's turned off, by being everything has to do with the wiener and shit. Like fucking LaCroix, Pecker.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
LaCroix. Dr. Pecker. What about...
Yeah, I don't even know. We're going to have to go to the board.
Take it to the bridge. Take it to the course.
It's not an easy one.
What about no, that won't work.
Yeah. It's gonna take more thought than that. Well, what are we, 30 deep?
Yeah, we can we don't want to extend to where we just sit here and look at the time. Oh dude, did you see Minnesota Burns is posting a COD trolling video soon?
No, that won't last long.
I swear, I saw it on Twitter.
I know, but he'll do one. He'll do it just like I did. Like,
coming back. You know that he also was the only one not to respond. He literally just posted the video right now.
What?
17 minutes ago on Twitter.
Oh, it's on Twitter?
Well, it's a YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
It is a 10-minute and 8-second one.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy taught him well. Man, he doesn't even come up on the fucking – I put in Minnesota, and his shit doesn't even come up. Minnesota Burns? No way. 30 minutes ago? Wow.
He's back. Everyone go check out Burns' video. Should we try and add him real quick?
No. I haven't fucking packed a single thing. I'm leaving at 3 in the morning.
3 in the morning? What the?
Red eye, dog. Or blue eye, green eye.
Dude, my best thing I do is the non-packing prep, because you forget less stuff when you do it all at once, because you're just like, oh, fuck, forgot that. But you're already there, like, packing, Like, oh, deodorant. Fuck, I forgot deodorants. And then you go and get your deodorant, and it's like, oh, no, I forgot salt.
Yeah, well, I just say fuck it. I'm like, if I forget it, I'll just snag one. I really do. I always last minute pack, whether it's a 3-day, week, 2-week. I don't give a fuck about it. River's a bitch.
I've been getting way better at underpacking, because I realize, especially on like cruises, I don't change, because I'm just like, and a swimsuit and a t-shirt.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is I'll be in shorts, and we got the poolside bar or a float-up bar at the resort.
Oh, I was going to say, I pulled up some Google images. The place looks really, really nice.
Yeah, it's a condo, but it's on a resort, or in a resort.
Yeah, so the pictures I'm looking at here, like where it came up as like where to eat. Dude, it looks like pretty sick.
That's my favorite part. Mexico has some good food.
Oh,
Beer
dude,
and food.
like, oh, this is tight.
You want to come? We had a couple bail. Jack's or Chelsea's brother and wife bailed.
Last second?
No, they just made up some BS excuse.
I wish your place was called La Casa que Canta.
Can be.
Because that place is this is the resort I'm looking at right here. It is fucking sick.
So, yeah, guys, I'll be gone next week. Are you posting this today?
Yeah, I'll post it right after I go to lunch.
All right, fucking grip and rip. I got to go pack.
Okay, hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out manscaped.com/DudeComedy. That's DudeComedy. Manscaped.com. Shave your pubes. Save your pubes. And
get your fucking Adderall, you cunt.
Oh, yeah, get some Adderall if you want it. If you want it, I got it.
If you don't, Colby's putting his house up for sale next week.
Yeah, put it up. Shut it down!
Bye. Bye.